Okay, coordinate plane. Okay, coordinate plane contains a horizontal number line called the x-axis. Remember, horizontal? This way. Okay, parallel to the ground. All right. And a vertical number line called the y-axis. Vertical, up and down. Okay, you will see those labeled right here on the picture. Y-axis, x-axis. Okay. The point where the two axes or axes, that's what it's called, axis. Okay, I call it axis, but I think it's like axes. It's what it's supposed to be. Where they intersect each other is at 0, 0. Okay, and that is called the origin. You will also notice that we have 4 sections on our coordinate plane. Okay, so this whole picture here is the coordinate plane. Okay, the coordinate plane is divided into 4 different quadrants. Okay, if you will notice at the top, you have quadrant 1, 2, 3, and 4. You will notice that it goes counterclockwise. Okay, it goes this way on a clock instead of this way. Okay, now the map they put there is a map of Arizona. Okay. And what they're trying to get you to see is that on this map, each point has 2 coordinates. For example, let's look at point A. Let's look at point A right there. Point A hits where 2 grid lines come together. Okay, I'm going to blow it up a little so we can see it better. Okay, see these 2 grid lines right here is where point A is. What we want to look at is where does those lines cross the x-axis and the y-axis. Okay? Where they cross those axes is what our coordinates for that point is. Okay? Now, which is first in the alphabet, X or Y? All of you going through your head, X is, okay? X is. So whatever the X coordinate is, okay, shrink her down. The X coordinate comes first in the ordered pair. Okay, we're going to have 2 numbers, an X number and a Y number. We call that an ordered pair. Okay, we call that an ordered pair. Now, you will notice down here at the bottom of the page, okay, it says the location of Flagstaff is given by the ordered pair, what we just said, 1, 5. The first number 1 is the X coordinate and the second number 5 is the Y coordinate. Okay, we're looking at point A. We're not looking at Flagstaff. Flagstaff is already done for you. Okay, we're looking at point A. Let's go back up here. So as we look at point A, where does point A cross the x-axis? At what number? -4. Because right here, this line comes down here and crosses at -4. Okay, so the x-coordinate for the A point is -4. What is the y-coordinate? Where does it cross the y-axis? Isaac? 6. So the y-coordinate, we put a comma, put a 6, and we finish out our parentheses. So the ordered pair, or the coordinates of point A, is -4 and 6. They must be in order. Okay? If you put 6 and -4, it's wrong. Okay? The reason it is wrong is because 6 -4, 6 is right here on the x-axis, -4 would be right there where B is. Okay? So 6 -4 is not the same thing as -4 and 6. It must be in that specific order. Okay? So now that we've already done B, B we said is 6 and -4. Okay? Because if we look at it, if we go up from B and cross the x-axis, we cross at 6, and then we cross at -4. Okay? You will notice that all of these are negative. Okay, to the left of the origin, remember the origin is that point right here where we put the red. Let me explode it back up. Right here is the origin, where the two lines intersect each other. The coordinates at the origin are 0, 0, just like we've said. Okay? The points where the two lines intersect is 0, 0. Now, let's take, for example, I give you a point of, let's say I give you those coordinates, -3, -5, and I'm going to call this point Z. Point Z has the coordinates -3 and -5. Okay? I want to know how we plot that. Okay? In other words, I'm going to be on the graph, and I want to plot it. Okay? Well, what you do is this. You start at 0. 0, 0. Now, -3, okay, let's remember, this is the X, and that's the Y. So -3 means I go 1, 2, 3 to the left. Now I either go up or down. If the number's negative, I go down. If the number's positive, I go up. So am I going to go up or down? Down. And I'm going to go down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so let me do that on the actual screen now that I've showed you how to do it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that would be point Z, and that's -3 and 5. Okay, that's where point Z would be. Okay, if I did an origin, went from the origin, you always start at 0. If that would have been 3 and 5, okay? If it had been 3 and 5, then I would go 1, 2, 3, and 5 is positive, so I'd go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay? Now, you will notice that I don't count the line I start on. You're counting boxes, basically. Okay? You're counting boxes, so that's what you're trying to do there. You're counting boxes instead of, counting just the line you start on and go from there. Okay? So somebody tell me, let's look at Tucson. Tucson, Arizona, right down here. First of all, what quadrant does Tucson fall in? Quadrant 4. Okay, here's the quadrant once again. Right there, quadrant 4. What are the ordered pair or the coordinates for Tucson? Obviously, you can look in your book because it's there. If you can't see it on the screen, you can look in your book. It's there. What are the coordinates of Tucson? Jonah? 3 and -5. That is correct. The coordinates of Tucson is 3 and -5. The reason it's 3 there's 3, there's where it crosses the x-axis, and down here, -5, that's where it crosses the y-axis. Okay, X always comes first. Where it crosses the horizontal always comes first. Now, here's one that people tend to get confused on. Let's look at this one. Let's say I have a point right there. We have a point right here. Okay? Where does that fall on the x-axis? Huh? 0. Yeah. Because if you go straight down, you cross at 0. Crosses this freeway, the x-axis, at 0. Okay? So the coordinates of that point then would be 0, 4. Okay? So then what would be the coordinates of C? Jonah? Yes, it would be 5, 0. Okay, because where does it cross the x-axis? Well, it sits on the x-axis. Okay, now, here's the other difference. Point C doesn't have a quadrant. Okay, they said to describe the location of point C, the location would be the x-axis. Okay, if they said describe the location of point C, it would be the x-axis. If they said describe the location of Yuma, okay, well, when they're talking about this map on this grid, okay, if we describe the location of Yuma, it would be quadrant 3. Okay, now if you're just looking at a map and it says describe the location of Yuma, then they're also obviously wanting, okay, it's in the desert or it's, this, okay, but as for our purposes today, describe the location of Yuma, there it is. Now, Yuma is right here, okay, there's 2 points real close together right there, okay, but Yuma's right there. What is the coordinates of Yuma? What is the coordinates of Yuma? Brandon? -6 and -3. That is correct. Good. -6, -3 are the coordinates of Yuma. Okay, because, once again, it crosses the x-axis at -6, crosses the y-axis at -3. Okay, so there's the points. -6, -3 must be in order. X always must come first, y must always come second. And it falls in quadrant 3. Okay, so fairly simplistic. Okay, not real hard, but it's new, and so it may be a little confusing to you. Okay, and now let's look at all right. Let's look on the next page at your work over there. Now, actually, I want you to turn to page 322. Yes, 50 cents. See your little smile, that don't get me. Yeah. What's up, Noah?
Whenever you say x comes first, whenever you write it.
Yep.
Since x is across, wouldn't it be -3 and then -4?
On which point? Yuma?
Yes.
No. It's to see where it crosses the x-axis, our grid lines go vertical over the x-axis. If I just do this, well, this line right here never goes across the x-axis. Okay? So we've got to look at the one that goes across the x-axis. So you're going to look at your grid line, your light blue grid line, and say, okay, it crosses there at -6, it crosses at -3, so that's what I've got to do. So the vertical line where it crosses is always second, the horizontal line is always first. Okay? Now, on page 322 at the top, okay, you have number 24. Okay? Number 24 says point A. Point A is 1 and 5. Okay? Now, I'm going to add another page here so I can change my paper. There we go. All right. I'm going to draw me an axis here. Come on. Let me change colors and then get it. All right. Let's look at, they want us, what were the coordinates for point A? What was it? 1 and 5. Okay, so point A, they give us 1 and 5. So they want us to graph on this coordinate plane 1, 5. Okay? Well, if I look at this coordinate plane, I start at 0, which is here, the origin, which is right in the middle, and I go to the right, because it's positive 1, I go to the right 1 spot. Now, that's not where I'm stopping, okay? It's not where I'm stopping. Do I go up or down for the y coordinate? Up, and I go up how many? Okay, so I go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So there's my point. I'm going to label it with an A, and I'm going to put underneath it the coordinates 1, 5. Okay? Fairly easy. What's the next one say? Oh, hang on here. I have to describe its quadrant, or where it's located. What quadrant is that? 1. So I'm going to put right over here beside it, quadrant 1. That was number 24, right? So that's how you would do 24. Okay? 25 says point B, and what are the coordinates of point B? What? 3 and negative 2? 6. Okay. 3 and negative 6. All right. So I start at the origin. I go, let me change this one to red. I go 1, 2, 3. Then what I do? Up or down? Down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.